Hola guys and girls and welcome to the team builder for GBA Week 5. We are up against DeathlyAim and his Tennessee Trubbish. We are of course going into this match being 4-0, coming off a kind of lucky win versus Cybertron aka Aaron in the last week, and now we're facing Deathly, who is currently sadly not doing too well in the league, but we of course don't want to make him change that. We still want to win this game and going 5-0 going over the halfway mark of the regular season, because as you know, or should know at least, this season is a bit shorter than usual. We only have 10 weeks, so if we could go 5-0 going half the week, that would solidify our chance for the playoffs very well. Doesn't even matter how the other half of the season goes. We probably only need to one or two more there, but either way, that's why this game is important, going halfway through. Of course, I never battled Deathly before. We weren't part of the same league at any given point, barring in this season of the GBA. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this match, but what I'm not looking forward to is facing his team. So let us go over this real quick. He got the Kiermite, Gothitelle, Tapu Fini, Volcarona, Neolego, Mega Aggron, Staraptor, Virizion, Hooper Unbound, Magnezone, and Flygon. Hooper Unbound and Volcarona being a Z-move user. So, biggest threat of his side of the team is without a doubt, it was my team at least, Hooper Unbound. It has way too strong on both sides, be it special or physical, and has way too much coverage and has the potential. I don't have good switch-ins to Hooper Unbound. I do have switch-ins to Hyperspace Fury, I do have switch-ins to other moves he has, but I don't have switch-ins which, like, is it switch in general. I can have mons which can take Hyperspace Fury, but for example, Mandibuzz. But Mandibuzz can't really take like 2 Thunderbolts or 2 Thunder Punches, depending on if he's Life Orb or Expert Belt or Choice Bandit or whatever. So Hooper Unbound, without a doubt, the biggest threat. Usually you probably would say Kieran is the biggest threat with your team, but as it happens, my team actually is pretty well prepared to take on the Kieran. I have a good amount of checks to it, I have monster outspeed it, can revenge kill, all this good stuff. So actually Kieran I'm not as worried about. I'm more worried about mainly the Hooper Unbound and secondary about the Volcarona. Volcarona can sweep my team potentially as well. That's why I have some bulky special mons on my side as well. And a mon I hate to face. It's one of the few mons which is rather not as threatening, but I hate to face in general. That is in this case Mega Aggron. I hate facing Mega Aggron. Even if I have mons like Landorus, which is one of the few mons which can OHKO Mega Aggron, even if it's fully especially defensive. I hate facing it. It's just way too bulky. And even with little investment in attack, it's way too strong offensive-wise. And it gets enough coverage to deal with everything. And it's always a pain. Like, usually, when I plan with Mega Aggron, I always do the calc, and goddamn, he lives. Okay, what does his attack do? Okay, I die. So, goddamn it. It's just way too strong. And way too bulky, mainly. It's like way too bulky. Especially with the ability filter, pure steel typing. This thing is taking all the hits and sadly dishing out a lot of hits as well. It's a pain to face. And then other mons, Gothitelle could be annoying with trapping, so we have to look out for that. Magnezone, I'm not too worried about. The Raptor, he likes the Raptor a lot, he brings that Choice Scarf a lot, so we have to prepare for that. Choice Scarf, of course, his left the truck and outspeeds. Not like a truck, outspeeds more like a bicycle, the things, because bicycles are usually faster. And and then of course he has stuff like Neolego, which he didn't brought so far, but it's always a threat. Same with Flygon, can potentially be a threat, it's like a sleeper threat. Virizion as well, could be. But yeah, without a doubt, Hooper Unbound, Volcarona, and then not really threat-wise, but just annoying-wise, I want to say Mega Aggron at the 3rd spot. But that's his team. Now let us go over my team. So we start off with Jirachi, Mila, the bulky, speedy Jirachi with Iron Hand, Drain Punch, U-Turn, and Staff Rock, and the Rocky Helmet. This thing has enough speed to outspeed a Kieran White, and it's a pretty good check, mainly for a few things. It's good for Neolego, but Neolego gets close to no coverage for steel types. It's bulky with the Rocky Helmet enough to deal with the Raptor as well, which usually the best way to deal with the Raptor is getting up rocks and then make it kill itself with recoil. Especially with Scarf, if not, you can of course range kill it very easily. And it's a good check to the Kieran White as well, because Kieran White, I of course would speed that. He of course has Earth Power, Fusion Flare, potential moves to hit my Jirachi, so it's not a switch in, but it's a good check. And yeah, Iron Head can flinch things, Drain Punch is there to hit stuff like the Mega Aggron. It won't do too much damage, but depending on the set, he might not be able to touch me. Like let's say he has only Steel and Ice coverage, and Heavy Slam and Ice Punch. Then this thing can just wall it, get Rocky with recoil, and Drain Punch recovery, and all this good stuff. U-Turn, of course, for momentum, Staff Rock, because you want Staff Rock. And Drain Punch is, of course, nice for other things like the Magnezone as well, which might potentially try to trap me, in which case I'm bulky enough to take the hits, and can Drain Punch it for a good amount of damage. And yeah, that's Jirachi for you. Next up, we got Pow, our Mandibuzz. Enough speed for a modest Magnezone, so if he's a choice-based Magnezone or something like that, we can still U-Turn out on that thing. Then, pretty standard set, Brave Bird, U-Turn, Roost, and Defog. At first, I had Foul Play over Brave Bird, because that helps me a lot versus the Hooper potentially, because Foul Play just way more damage to that thing. But the main reason I have Brave Bird here is because this is my check to the Virizion. Because when I finished building the team, like my checks to Virizion were pretty not as pronounced, I want to say. Like Virizion was a huge threat. He didn't bring it so far, but it was a huge threat. So I decided to put Brave Bird over my Mandibuzz since it's physically defensive already. Can take this pretty well for the thing, and of course Brave Bird across it. So that's nice. Then bulk-wise, I tried to build a Mandibuzz which can deal with every Hooper, but it's not possible. It's not possible EV-wise. So I kind of balanced taking the physical hits well and the special hits well. But the problem is if he's Life Orb, I don't really wall either way. If he's Choice Banded, of course it depends what he locks himself into. Like I said, this will be my first switch into Hooper. But depending on the variant, I might have to switch out right after again. So it's just my first answer to this thing, and kind of the mixed bulk was there to lift some hits. And yeah, but it depends a lot on what investment he has and what item he has. If this Mandibuzz can actually deal with the Hooper. Other than that, of course, it's nice for Flygon as well. Nice for Virizion, like I already mentioned. And that's basically it. Like, Mega Aggron can U-turn out versus, but can't really touch it. So yeah, that's Mandibuzz for you. Next up, we got Wacky Waving Inflatable Arm Flaming Tube Man. The Deoxys attack with the Life Orb. Fully physical, enough speed. First time actually I'm running a plus speed nature. Actually, is that true? I actually don't know. But it is a plus speed nature because this is actually enough speed to outspeed a Choice Scarf Hooper Unbound. Deoxys' speed is fast enough to outspeed up to base 80s with a Choice Scarf. And I decided to do it this time because Choice Scarf Hooper could be annoying to face. And yeah, I have Deoxys with no stab this time. I have Poison Jab, Knockoff, Low Kick, and Extreme Speed, which gives me the very good, if not perfect, coverage versus this team. Of course, with the speed, I will speed others, present Choice Scarf, which are slower than Hooper as well. Choice Scarf Magnezone, Horn, Choice Scarf Gothitelle, and looking at this team, what else do we have? I think that's all. Choice Scarf Aggron, if for some reason Aggron can run multiple items, I could outspeed that as well. But yeah, Poison Jab there for Finny, because all these moves don't touch it. It's nice for Virizion as well, so I don't need Psychic Stab. Knockoff is mainly there for the Gothitelle in case that wants to trap me, and of course knocking off items is nice as well. And Low Kick does a lot of damage to stuff like the Kyurem Bite, to the Mega Aggron, to the Nihilego, to the Hooper Unbound, to the Magnezone. Fighting Stab is very nice to team, and then Extreme Speed just as main coverage option to, or it's sweeping option, that's what I want to say. And yeah, 28 in HP because, to be honest, I don't really think it would make a difference if I just ignore these 28s, but they are. So I don't want to have something else on the 0 sitting right here. But yeah, Life Orb for maximum damage output. Pretty straightforward. Not the best thing. At some mods I can't hit perfectly. Like I tried to have 4 moves, which theoretically 3 moves because Extreme Speed was a given. I also want to have Extreme Speed because that's like, it does, after one Steph switch in, this Extreme Speed kills this Raptor, barring his Intimidate. So yeah, that's why I definitely want the Extreme Speed in case he brings Choice Scarf Raptor again. And then I was thinking, okay, which 3 moves can I put on this thing to hit most of his team? Sadly, I do miss out on some KOs. Like the Volcarona I can't really hit for good damage. The Virizion, I don't know Virizion can, but the Flygon I can't really hit for good damage. These are like the 2 things. But for both, Knockoff is the strongest move I have versus him. But yeah, that's Deoxys. Next up, we got Mr. Man, our choice scarf of the team, with Earth Power, Hidden Power, Ice, Rock Slide, and U-turn max speed and max special attack, with a minus defense nature, because I expect to take more special hits potentially versus him than physical hits. Oh yeah, this is my main revenge killer for a lot of those things. It's Choice Scarf Raptor, Rock Slide. Flygon gets a +1, Hidden Power Ice. Volcarona gets a +1, Rock Slide. Earth Power is of course nice for Choice Scarf Nihilego potential. Oh, Nihilego outspeeds me, never mind that. But Earth Power is of course my main stab option, hits a lot of things. But this is premier revenge killer for a lot of his setup threats. And gives me just great coverage over all this team. Like I said, not a sweeping variant this time, that's why I've used it as well. But more of a revenge killing kind of thing, in case some things get out of hand and he gets a +1 or something. This thing comes in, boom, does a lot of damage. And brings things in range of Extreme Speed or Aqua Jet on my swimmer speed right here. This is Azumarill. This is my special wall. Like I said, Mandibuzz was more physical, like you can see, orientated. And Azumarill is more specially orientated. I have 20 speed right here, this just so I can outspeed Mega Aggron, which has base 50 speed as well. I don't expect Aggron to run a lot of speed, but just to be safe, I did put a little bit here so I can outspeed that thing. And then Liquidation Player of Knockoff, Aqua Jet, pretty straightforward coverage, just stab with Knockoff and Priority. And then Bulk, that's the thing we have to talk about, because the Bulk is there. I was thinking a lot, like this is a great check to Kyurem White, because in comparison to Kyurem Black, Kyurem White actually doesn't get electric coverage in Fusion Bolt. Like the best thing Kyurem White has to hit me are hidden powers. So that's why this is a great switch into the Kyurem White. It's a great thing for Volcarona as well, but there of course we have to watch out for Giga Drain or Z Giga Drain or Z Solar Beam or something like that. But they are mainly of Aqua Jet priorities, but other than that I risk both with stab as well. And what this Bulk is for is that I can take 2 Thunderbolts from a fully special Hooper. So in the scenario where this thing isn't a great check to it, I can potentially try to check it with a Zoomer if it's a 40 special one, but they probably have to do the job together. But that's the benchmark I want to hit. I tried to be bulkier, but then I wasn't strong enough anymore if I want to try to get more bulk for something else. And I want to have at least some power on this thing, so the Architect can actually hurt some of the faster threats, like in the Eligo, like the Volcarona, in case they are get scary with Martin. Of course, Strap as well, but these two are hit super effectively with Aquajet. So yeah, that's the Zoomer for you. Sword Vested variant. And then last but not least, we actually got Kyurem and actually got a Z move. This is the first time I'm bringing a Z move to a match. And it's the Kyurem Black with Drowning of Z, Earth Power. Fully physical, enough speed for max speed Tapu Fini. Dragon Claw, Fusion Bolt, Rock Tomb, and Earth Power. So, move-wise, Dragon Claw is very nice, fully physical. Of course, does have Misty Terrain, so Fusion Bolt is most likely what I'm going to click most of the times. But the few things I want to hit with Dragon, other than Fusion Bolt, are his, for instance, Flygon, and his Megazone. For Megazone, I got Earth Power. And the other things I don't want to hit with Fusion Bolt is the Virizion. So Virizion is the really only annoying part, because the rest I can hit with Fusion Bolt, which isn't affected by things. And for example, Flygon is levitating. So Flygon's my Dragon attack with Flygon is actually full power, whereas his Dragon attack versus me is actually halved if Misty Terrain is up. So that's how that works. The grounded mon takes less damage from Dragon attacks. It's not the ground mon has weaker attacks. But yeah, that's Kyurem Black for you. Then these and Earth Power were set. Like just looking at his team, Earth Power is very nice. And then I want to look at one filler move, and realistically the only thing I would click is most likely Rock Tomb versus the Volcarona. And of course it's nice getting some speed drop of those things. It's the most accurate thing we have. If I'm fully physical, I don't need Rock Slide, I don't need Stone Edge. Rock Tomb already does the trick in outgoing the Volcarona. So I'd have to just run that, because for one, it's the most accurate rock move, physical rock move there is, sadly. And 100 speed chance drop is nice as well. And then you have the Earth Power, because even if I'm if I'm not investing in special attack, due to Terravolt ignoring filter of Mega Aggron, Earth Power from the Earth Power from Kyurem Black actually hits like a truck. Usually if he's max Bedef, one box and one Fusion Bolt already brings it in range of the Earth Power. Of course it depends a lot if he's really max, or if he has a little bit less, he has some speed, some attack, some physical bulk and stuff like that. So there are variants, of course, which I can't KO the combination of Fusion Bolt and the Earth Power plus rocks, but it just does a lot of damage, and only a little bit of chip, like some Rocky Helmet from Jirachi, and it already does the trick. So yeah, that's Kyurem Black for you. Just there being big, strong, and scary, and actually having a Z move, so we might click the first time a Z move in our GBA carrier so far. But yeah, that's the full team. Let me of course know in the comments what you think about the squad, who's going to be the MVP, who's going to be the LVP, what did I do wrong, what did I do right. Let me know all those things in the comments down below. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. Hit me on Twitter and Facebook, all the description, and be excited for the match tomorrow. I will see you there. Ciao.